A month after being admitted to the Saint-Rémy asylum in Provence, Van Gogh finally experienced a temporary recovery from his mental crisis. His doctor allowed him to go out during the day to paint in the countryside around the hospital. In a letter to his brother Theo on June 16, 1889, Van Gogh mentioned that he had completed 3 landscape paintings, including Olive Grove, now housed in Scotland. On the second and third days, Van Gogh painted the now world-renowned Starry Night and olive trees with Les Alpilles. From then on, while receiving treatment at the asylum, he continued creating and ultimately painted 15 works centered on olive trees. Van Gogh originally intended only to quickly create a unique sketch of the olive trees surrounding the hospital, but his intense observation led him to develop a deep fascination with the grove. In a letter to Theo, he wrote, "They are silver, sometimes more blue, sometimes green or bronze, with the ground shifting from yellow, pink, purple, or orange to dark red or ochre. It's extremely difficult to capture." Clearly, the olive grove appeared extraordinary and transcendent in Van Gogh's eyes. He ultimately brought these complex colors to life in the series. From the orange, ochre, and purple of the tree trunks to the curled blue, green, white, and yellow leaves, all rendered in swirling forms. His approach was exceptionally bold. The earth, trees, mountains, and sky pulse with rhythm, while mysterious and lively clouds evoke a hint of Eastern style, making everything seem to sway and dance with free-spirited grace. After completing olive trees with Les Alpilles, Van Gogh immediately began work on Olive Orchard, which has become one of the most cherished pieces in his olive tree series. During a routine examination in 2017, researchers discovered a tiny grasshopper embedded in the thick layers of paint, hidden there for more than a century. Its thorax and abdomen were missing, and the surrounding paint showed no signs of disturbance, suggesting the insect was already dead when it fell onto Van Gogh's canvas. Unfortunately, this meant researchers could not use it as a clue to pinpoint the painting's creation date. During the creation of his olive tree series, Van Gogh experienced a severe mental episode. By mid-July 1889, he had completed 4 paintings on the theme of olive trees. One day, while painting outdoors, he suddenly had an attack, nearly costing him his life. His doctor later reported that Van Gogh had attempted to poison himself with brushes and pigments. His throat was so sore afterward that he couldn't eat for several days. 6 weeks later, he recovered from the breakdown and admitted he had tried to end his life, describing his experience as finding the water too cold and struggling desperately back to shore, only because he still wanted to paint, which brought him back to life. It was not until late September that Van Gogh was permitted to leave the hospital to paint again, allowing the olive trees to once again come alive under his brush. By then, the weather had grown colder, and starting from the 5th painting, areas of chrome, yellow, and red began to dominate the visual tone of the series. Olive Pickers, housed in the United States, was painted by Van Gogh in December 1889. The olive orchard, still lush and green during the harvest season of late autumn and winter, stretches over a yellow-green land that rolls like waves in endless motion. The treatment of the sky in this work is particularly unique among the olive tree series. Van Gogh painted it in an ochre tone, creating a striking contrast with the green of the trees and earth. His command of color is both bold and irresistibly captivating. Van Gogh painted these olive trees, symbols of life's resilience, regeneration, peace, and abundance, with colors, lines, brushstrokes, and emotions so unique that even he could scarcely replicate them. Yet, despite their symbolic power, they could not conquer the inner demons haunting him. In July 1890, Van Gogh took his own life, leaving behind his proud and timeless Olive Trees series.